What is going on YouTube, and welcome to Lions Talk by Chat Sports. We're doing a 7-round mock draft for you guys. I used the PFN mock simulator for this mock draft. It's been a little bit since I've done a personal one. I've done mock to mocks, but not something that I have done personally for my selections. I did the mock draft multiple times just to see where the players generally were at and located, so I'm not just getting all good players, unrealistic for the value type. So we're going to get into that, but before we get into today's video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Why is that? Because I talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors, and we have a really good time on this channel having fun. So if you're a Lions fan, this is definitely for you. If you do me a favor and smash that like button, that would be fantastic. Now, generally, I like to do graphics, but I was running out of time today, so instead of doing graphics, I just did the picks here for you to see the selections. So the first option here, I had the Detroit Lions actually trading down from 6 to 11 with the Tennessee Titans. The Lions picked up a second-round pick this year and a first-round pick next year. The Titans wanted to get a quarterback. They got it. And I just wanted to get and accumulate some more draft picks. So with pick 11, I'm doing a shock here. The Detroit Lions select Bijan Robinson, running back from Texas. Now you say, Mike, that is way too high for a running back. I did BPA, and a lot of players got selected that I would have taken at that pick. And I said, to hell with it. Just go ahead, put Bijan Robinson in this running back room to make the Lions running game lethal and dangerous. Want to compete with the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. They got talent all over the football team. I wanted to get defensive player, but the value just wasn't there with that selection. Bijan Robinson, a fantastic running back, the best in this year's draft, and he's a game changer. I think he's even better than the Saquon Barkley when he was coming out in the draft. Robinson can do it all. Out of the backfield, in between the tackles, he's got a sick cut ankle breaker, and I think he can really make this offense to the next level. You give that to Jared Goff, he's cooking. Love the pick. Let me know in the comment section, grade this draft pick A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know your thoughts on Bijan Robinson. We continue on with pick 18, and I got the Lions taking Calijah Kancy, defensive tackle from Pittsburgh. Wanted to beef up the interior. That's what I was looking at pick 11. It didn't happen there. I was even looking at maybe an edge who could play, inside as well as outside, but Kancy was there. Wanted to beef up, put him next to Lee McNeil. I love the combination. We don't know Levi Uzurike. Get to the quarterback up the middle. The right pick at the right spot. I think this is a realistic possibility for the Detroit Lions to get Bijan Robinson. Not as much, I guess, as Calijah Kancy, but Calijah Kancy, realistic for the Detroit Lions because we need to get that spot completely filled. That is a hole for this team. We don't have that many holes on the team, but DT is a hole. And so I'd love to get a Calijah Kancy in this draft. I think he's a phenomenal player. So the next pick here, we had 41. That was the trade back. We picked up Tennessee's second-round pick. I decided to go Jack Campbell. Love Jack Campbell. I was looking at Trenton Simpson. He's already gone. I don't know if realistically Jack Campbell will be here. I've seen him mock drafts in the first round, but in this one, multiple times he was, so I picked him. He is your every down linebacker, Spielman, a guy who's going to complete this defense. It's been a hole for the Detroit Lions for many years. Time to stop the hole. Jack Campbell, amazing player. Just amazing. He can tackle. He's fast, he's big, he can get to the quarterback, he's good against the pass. Just an all-around kick-ass player. Lions would be absolutely lucky to get him on this defense. You do that, and you get Calijah Kancy, and you got Jack Campbell. This defense could be, we're talking top 15 in the NFL. Now, he's going to make some mistakes here and there because he's a rookie, but over time, it would be an investment that I think would be very smart for the Lions. You can switch him out, Alex, get in there. Malcolm, you're having a really good linebacking core. I think everybody likes Jack Campbell. The real question is, will he be there in the real draft? I have my doubts, but it's very possible. It's really close because we're talking late first, early second. That's what this is right here. Next pick here, 48. I went Will McDonald. Wanted to get better at the edge position. Another player I think that can really attack the quarterback. You put him with Aiden Hutchinson and Calijah Kancy. This defensive line is complete. Young defensive line, getting after the quarterback, doing its job. You know, McDonald, he could be a late first-round pick. He really could. He's got that physical stature. He is rising in drafts. But he was here. I had to take him. I thought guard, potentially. But, again, I went BPA here. Wanted to get better on this defensive line. So let me know so far in the comment section what's your grade of Will McDonald at 48, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments below. And I do think the Lions will at some point get a pass rusher. So I think this is realistic here. Now, I know there's other pass rushers. Tyree Wilson, I think, is a real legitimate shot if the Lions stay at 6. That's probably who I'd go with, Tyree Wilson. But if you trade down, he's not going to be there. You can get a Will McDonald later in the draft. Next pick here, I went Steve Avila. Lions like Steve Avila. They've talked to him multiple times. Right guard immediately. We have an issue with Big V's health, as well as Graham Glasgow is not the future of this football team. 1-year deal here. So why not get a Steve Avila, a dominant guard from TCU, plug-and-play guard? And honestly, I know we have Big V signed, and I know that we have Glasgow signed, but I could see a situation where Steve Avila comes in here, competes, and actually wins the job. He's that good of a player. If not, you have a very good guard for the Lions to use via injury. And we're talking about he can go to the left side as well, Jonah Jackson. And we don't know, is Jonah Jackson going to be here for the long haul? That's another question for sure. But I think Steve Avila would be a great addition to the Lions. I realistically believe within the first 2 lines, part of the NFL draft, the Lions take a guard, a high-end guard. They have shown a lot of attention towards that position. Makes sense, and I do think it's actually somewhat of a need because of injury history. If there's injuries with Big V, it's a need. We've seen it, Evan Brown last year, and we don't want to be stuck in that situation. Get Avila, come in here, get the job done. So we continue on here. We get Eli Ricks, and there is a pop-up for this bad boy. So let me get this. Eli Ricks, cornerback from Alabama. I do think that corner is a need for next year, but you don't need to necessarily get one high because we have great value right now with the amount of talent that we got in free agency. So I think you can get a developmental guy, Eli Ricks, in round 3 that would be solid for the future. You let him sit there and develop this year. You know, situational times he can be on the defense, and he can be a stud for you next year and going forward. Like Eli Ricks, this is such a great cornerback draft that in any other normal draft, he's a second-round talent for sure. But since the amount of talent at the cornerback position at DB, this year he slides to 3. So what the hell? That's a value pick if you ask me. Continue on here. We go 152, Byron Young. If you've been on my channel, you know I really covet Byron Young. I've been talking about him for about a year now. A lot of people didn't know who he was until he went to the NFL Combine. I knew the talent that he brought to Tennessee. Another pass rusher you can use, and he could be the replacement for Julian Okwara, in all honesty. He is flying up draft boards. I'd say he was, potentially 6th-round pick, but now it's probably a 4th-round pick, in all honesty. But he fell to the Lions in the 5th round. Wanted to get him another value pick here. I like his high intensity. He could be a James Houston type of player that you put him in situational, he can really make an impact smacking the quarterback. I think he can. I love what he brings, the energy and the impact that he has defensively. I covet him. I like him, and I think he would be great for Detroit. Let's continue on here, and it's a DoorDash. Well, let me get this thing out the way. There we go. So we got Dorian Thompson-Robinson, quarterback. I've talked about him multiple times. You've seen him many mock drafts. He's on there. I think he would be a great pickup in round 6. Developmental quarterback to compete with Nate Sudfeld. I like his ceiling. He's got a ceiling. He's raw. He needs development. But that's okay. That's what you're getting with a round 6 pick. He's fluid. got a good arm, need to get better at accuracy, mobile. He brings a different dimension to the quarterback position, someone that we can use immediately to prepare the defense for mobile quarterbacks. I love DTR. I do. And if the Lions don't take a quarterback earlier, round 2, like a Hendon Hooker, DTR would be the guy I would go at in round 6. And I went Connor Galvin here, offensive tackler from Baylor. Again, just a player potentially fighting to make the roster. Could he beat out some of the other players that we have at tackle? We're talking like Dan Skipper and others, but we do need to get OT 2 and 3. So I just went developmental guy, nothing big there. Let me know your thoughts on this mock draft, A, B, C, D, or F. I know a lot of people are not going to like the Bijan Robinson selection, but again, I just go BPA. That's what I do. I'm not going to be forced to take a position and just focus on that. I want to get the best player available for my football team. So grade it A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Who would you draft that I didn't select? Would you trade down in the draft? Would you trade up? Let me know your thoughts on the trades. It's always interesting to see what you guys do there. With that said, adios.
Perfect.